Hello and welcome to 110 Yards. I'm Coach Aaron Page, a Canadian coaching American football in Denmark. Today with me, I have Essi Saastamoinen. Essi is a player in Finland, currently for the Turku Trojans. Um, she played for me with the Kuopio Steelers. And how are you doing today, Essi? It's great to see you.
Great to see you too, and thank you for having me in here.
Yeah, no problem. So, I mean, there's a lot that I wanted to cover, but I mean, starting out, you just moved to Turku. How was that, over the holidays and with Corona and everything? Was it kind of a little more of a hassle than moving already is?
Yeah, it's been easier what I thought. Um, we have been here. I have two roommates also, so we have been 3 weeks in here, and it's already started to feel home. So everything have been so great so far.
That's awesome. And you guys had a great season with Turku last year. Obviously, you're looking to continue that. But you've done quite a bit. Like I'll just start by saying you're one of my favorite players to watch on the field, even when you were playing in Kuopio. It just at the linebacker position, it's unreal the way you play the game. Yeah, uh,
Thank you.
yeah, and you haven't been playing for that long, compared to some other people,
Mhm.
but you were a standout like almost immediately. Uh, Now, you have a background in Pesapalo, which is what I wanted to start with, which for
Yeah.
everyone that doesn't know, I can kind of let you explain that a little bit, what it's like, and it's an interesting game, and I'll give you something when I got to watch it in Kuopio as well.
Yeah, it is the interesting game, and I think many people don't know anything about it because pesäpallo is only played in Finland, so it's quite similar than American baseball, but way different, like you
Yeah.
have noticed.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Pesapalo basically translated means baseball, uh,
Mhm.
palo, and yeah, I was like the first thing what I noticed was, okay, the game was being played indoors. It's a little bit different, but the ball had gone up into the stands, and I thought, okay, it's out of bounds or something like that. But there's no
Mhm.
really out of bounds. Like the guy ran up into the crowd and got the ball and threw it back in, and then
Mm.
um, you told me that even sometimes in one of the fields there's like a river, and if the ball goes into the river, guys got to
Yeah,
run, girls got to run into the river and throw the ball. So that's quite a different. I like it because it's makes it a little bit more hazards involved, but it's a cool sport.
yeah, it is.
Now, did the skills you picked up in there translate to American football, and what sort of drew you to play Yankee foot, as they call it in Finland?
Mm. When I started to play American football, it was a shock. I didn't know anything about it. I'm coming from a super small village, which is only 10,000, yeah, 10,000 people lived in there. And pesäpallo is the main sport in there, so it was easy to start to play that. And when I moved to Kuopio, I noticed that there is a women's team in American football, and they had the open practice. So I just went there. I didn't know anything about it. It was shocked that what the fuck is this? Like which way I need to run, and who is a defender? Or it was so weird. But at the same time, it was a good way. So weird that I want to learn more. And quickly I noticed that there is similar things what we had in Pesapallo, like moving and catching a ball and see how it comes to air. So it was quite easy when I just noticed what it's all about.
Yeah, and naturally you have those natural instincts as a player. I think kind of in the base. I play baseball too in Canada, so not exactly the same game, but
Mhm.
you lose a little bit of that fear when a ball's coming at you, 100 miles an hour, and
Mm.
so football, it's a lot of contact though. So I feel like you took those instincts and moved them in a different way to allow you to just, play physical. Like you're a very physical player. A lot of the time my favorite thing about you is when you take on blocks, head on and run through them to go make a play.
Mm.
Um, so did you find your instincts just sort of made you naturally good at the game of football? When you did decide you were going to play this full time.
Mm. A lot of people they have asked that how I'm playing so physically, like what I have done before, how I played, example, ice hockey or something like that. And I have always told that never anything with the contact. I just have a older brother and younger sister, so I guess we have, I guess we have had some fight when we have been kids. But I don't know. It just comes so naturally when I see someone running with the ball, I'm like, I want to tackle her. It's just coming. I don't know where, but it just feels so natural.
And now, playing a sport like American football in Europe is not very common, and especially for a women's league. Now, when
Mm,
I was I don't want to say surprised, but I was amazed by the talent level of the women's league in Finland, and I think it's probably the best league in Europe as far as women's football, if not the world. The Team Finland, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but Team
mm.
Finland does very well in the international stage. Why do you think it's found success on the women's side in Finland?
Hmm. That is a good question because I have always wondered how we have that many teams in Finland. We have in a Maple League we have 4 teams, which is too small for the league. But right after that we have first division where it's 10 teams. So it's a quite lot in this small country where we are. And then we also have a second division where it's like 5 teams. So we almost have like 20 teams in here, which is a lot. And I know the like some European countries where it's only one league and it's about the 10 teams. So it's weird that we have that many teams in here, but I have no idea where is that coming from, why we have that much those teams. But it's nice that we have, and I think that's why the um, Maple League is so highly how do you say that? But
Yeah,
it's
highly recognized. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, but it's honor to be in Finland.
Yeah, I like I said, I was absolutely amazed by the talent level of the top league, and even that the year I was there with you guys, there was even a Russian team that wanted to play in Finland because they wanted to be challenged and play against the best
Mm,
women's programs in Europe. Um, and I mentioned Team Finland, and you actually earned a spot through your play, to go and you guys won the European women's title back in 2019.
mhm.
What was that like representing Finland and playing with all the girls that and women that you play against in the Maple League and going out and like really putting on, and showing you guys are the best of the world or best in Europe.
It was honor to be in there. All those amazing girls with me on the field. It was so cool, and it was nice that we were not in Finland, that we go abroad with that, and all that games and week, and that atmosphere in there. It was nice experience, and it was quite easy to play with these girls because I have played against them, so now it was easy to play with them. So it was nice, and I get so many friends from there. So it was good also for my career. I have so many European girls who I'm following in Instagram, example, and we are talking sometimes. So it's nice.
Yeah, that's great. And you made the switch from Kuopio to Turku. how was that last year? I know it was like quite a bit of travel probably, and was that sort of the influence of you moving there, just to be more be more close, practice wise, and to help attend more games and practices with the Trojans.
Yeah. Um, last summer was super hard because we were traveling all that 600 kilometers like almost every weekend. So it was super tired to travel all the time. But straight after the last game, I said to our head coach in here that I'm coming back and I want to move in here because for me in Kuopio there is nothing to why I need to be in there. So then I decided that I want to move in here to Turku. And when I said that to my teammates who I was playing with from Kuopio, they were also like, "Yeah, I'm coming too." So now we have Laura and Ona with me in here. So it was the best option for us, and the we have so good coaches in here and so good team in here, so we want to be part of this.
Yeah, that's great. And Ona and Laura are phenomenal players as well. Both exciting. Ona was kick returning for us, and was a lockdown DB, and Laura's
Mhm.
just a somebody different when she's got the ball in her hands and running and throwing those stiff arms. She's another exciting player that I really like to watch. Um, and that's one thing I noticed when we played against Turku, that their coaches were very involved. They were quick to make adjustments against our offense, and um, I think coaching is important. I mean, I learned a lot when I was there with you guys. It was my first time coaching women, which I think is a little bit different. It just I can't really say quite why, but it's just a different way of motivating players.
Mm.
I was challenged quite a bit. I think you know with some of the newer players, they got a lot out. But personally, when I looked back on that season and reflected, I had a hard time challenging some of the veterans like Laura and you and Evie and Ona. The people that have been around for a while, and that was sort of my downfall in that regard. But good coaching is important, and I'm glad you guys are now with the team. That you can really get challenged and push yourselves to be that much better in the sport.
That's right, and we have like many coaches in here, not just head coach. So that's the big difference. The when you have only one coach and it's head coach, it's impossible to always be with everybody.
Yeah,
So that's a big difference between Kuopio and playing in here Turku.
yeah, and to me, it always seems like there's never enough for you. You've now taken on a new position with the governing body of the league, the SAJL. What is
Mhm.
that all about, and how did you get involved with that?
Well, basically, the president of the American football in Finland government, he asked me that do I want to join or am I even interested about it? And again, I didn't even know anything about how to be in there or what I need to do. But when I think for a moment, I was like, hell yeah, why not? Because it's a good possibility to change something and yeah, I want to participate and influence, like if we can make football better in here, I want to be part of that. So quite easy to say yes when he asked me.
Yeah, I can see that. And when I saw you involved with the youth programs in Kuopio, you have a little bit of the coaching bug as well. I think you'll be a great coach, down the line when you stop playing eventually, which is a
Mhm.
long time from now, for sure. But what's the program like in Turku? I know they didn't have a men's program at the time when we were there. Is there a youth
Mhm.
program, or is there, uh, you know, trying to get younger local women involved in the sport? Is there initiatives that? that way, or is that something you'd like to see going on there?
Mm, Actually, they are trying to get the men's team again in here, but now because of the corona, they don't have a practice. So I don't know how is that going right now, but I hope they get to a new team in here for the men's. And also they have, I guess, one or two young junior teams. And now we are trying to build some not a team for the girls, but some camp because there's only few girls, so not for a team for a long time. But we are trying to like little by little get a women's or girls team in here also. So I want to be part of that, and I hope we get someday a junior team for the girls also in here.
Yeah, I think that would be great, and I like from going off what we said about football in Finland, I think it's a definitely like a good possibility that if a country in Europe was to start a young ladies league, that Finland would definitely be the country where it happens,
Mm,
just due to the popularity of the sport.
yeah.
Um, do you think there's some barriers in the sense that um, with the physicality of the game, some people may not be as interested because when you first look at football, even me when I was a young boy, I thought, oh, you have to be huge, you have to be these big people, but as you know, football needs every shape and size. So
Mm.
what's something that you can tell a young lady and inspire her to come try the sport, you know, is it through those camps and showing her all the different types of players, or get is it just getting them in the gear? Is that the first step?
Mm. Um, yeah, I think those camps they would be good because we need marketing. We need girls who know that who notice that they don't need to be strong or fast or some size, but those are good marketing places for the American football and especially for the girls. And um lately, I noticed that my workmate, she asked that, "Are you really playing in Finland for the women's team?" I was like, "Yeah, we have." So I don't want to hear that anymore. So I wanted that American football is uh, known that also women are playing. So I think it's all about the marketing. We need to like tell people that we are actually playing and it's the same sport what men are playing because they are always asking that, "Are you playing flag?" We are like, no, it's a different. So
It's the
I
real
think
deal.
it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna take some time, but little by little also I guess we are getting those girls with us.
I think part of that uh, questioning has to do with hockey because men's hockey is a very physical
Mm,
sport, but if you look at women's hockey, there's no checking and things like that, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think there's no reason why they can't play the same rules, and I think that's the beauty of playing American football. Is it's like you said, it's the exact same game that the men
mm,
play, and I think you're right. After coaching with you guys there, I was tired of hearing like, oh well, like how good can they be, and
mm,
oh, do they? Is it and all this and like you said, it's definitely I can imagine for you as a woman, the frustrating, and you want to show
mm,
that look, we're out here busting our ass just like the men's team. The games are just as physical. The hits are big. You know, the there's quarterbacks that can sling the ball 60 yards down the field. So it's not a little like soft league. It's still smash mouth football. So
that's right.
yeah. Um, and now, looking forward to the future, you're now going to be part of the Trojans. What is the goals this year for you at playing? Are you still going to be playing in the linebacker position? Are you going to be moving around, maybe a couple other, touching the ball on offense, or you just really want to lock down that linebacker spot?
Mm, I guess I'm only gonna be linebacker. My position is playing in the middle, so I love that. It's a good position for me because I have I can go wherever I want. I don't need to be on one side or nothing like that. So I like to be in there. And yeah, I think my strengths are like in a defense. So I'm gonna leave offense for those girls who handle the ball.
That's fair. And you know what? When I moved you to the middle linebacker, I think I always think back like I should have done this since day one.
Mm.
And for everyone listening, she led the league in tackles that year with 85 tackles. And I mean, you're everywhere. I don't. Sometimes I don't even know how like you find a way to track the ball and do it. It's actually quite
Me neither.
yeah. And even when I was watching you with Team Finland, I'm watching the British stream and all I hear is Saastamoinen into the backfield with a big tackle. So that was really, I was really proud to see you doing that. Um, and so what's the season look like for you guys as far as Corona this year? In Denmark we're on a lockdown right now, so we haven't been able to practice. Are you guys practicing? Do you have a schedule and things like that? I know, and also I did see an article where the games are going to be broadcast on Ruutu for the first time.
Yeah,
So, how does that feel?
it's awesome. It's super good that the people like all over the Finland they can watch our games. And Turku is far away from my home village, so I really enjoy that my family they can watch my games still. And yeah, and now we are training. We have practice 2 times a week, but not all of those teams they're not gonna they are locked down. Example Helsinki, which is our like enemy.
Yes,
The yeah, the biggest
the
enemy.
Wolverines.
Yeah, the Wolverines they are not training right now, but we are. So we have some like different corona. mm how do you say that, situations like they have worse and we have a quiet a little bit better. So we are training, but they are not. So the next season is going to be interesting because the teams are training so differently. So it's going to be interesting. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. And I think it is great that your family is going to be able to watch every single game, whether they could be there in person or over
Mhm.
the stream, and I'm definitely going to be watching you guys this season for sure. Um, and so the a new team in the league this year, the Bouncers, who moved up from
Mhm.
Division One, and then also kind of partnered with Kupio again. So what's that going to be like? Playing against some of your former teammates and people that Uh, is it going to be any different, or is it just going to be like when you play Team Finland and you go back, those players? Is it just going to be fun, or is there going to be a little bit of more intensity to it?
Mm, I think it's gonna be fun because I have friends all of those 14. So it's every game day. It's nice to see my friends in there, and with those Kuopio girls, we have already talked how it's gonna be to play against, and we all gonna we cannot wait that it's gonna be the I think the best day for the next summer to play against with the Kuopio players, and
Yeah.
I cannot wait. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, um, I get in closing, I always like to ask, what's your favorite moment from football so far in your life? And it doesn't have to be on the field. For example, in a certain play or something can be, something to do with it. Is it a certain bus ride that really, something like that? What right now sticks out in your head as your favorite moment with American football?
I think it was the first time when I get the MVP. Uh, I remember always that day because I didn't know how many tackles I had on that game, and then I was just so tired after the game, and then I heard my name that Essi Saastamoinen, you're the MVP. I was like, what? For me, it was so weird because I guess it was my third game in a whole life, so it came so fast, I think, and that was the best moment ever when I noticed that yeah, it's really me who is getting that.
Yeah, it was definitely well deserved, I bet. And finally, what is your favorite play in football? When you're on the field, everything is right. As a linebacker, what's your favorite play coming at you? Is it a run right up the middle, or is it a blitz and you sack the quarterback? What's your moment on the field where you're like, oh fuck yeah, let's go.
mm, hmm. I'm gonna say my favorite is kickoff, when you can just uh, go straight and run so fast, and nobody is gonna even touch me. I'm like, and then I go tackle the carrier. So that's my favorite moment because I don't have like any other like favorites. I like everything like in the middle, in no matter where which cap or anything. But the kickoff, when you get to run as fast as you can and tackle the carrier, that's the best.
Yeah, and let's just say I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of you coming full speed at me. That's for sure. I would I wouldn't be able to move after that. But you know what? I wish you all the best this season. I'm excited to watch you play and watch the other girls from Kuopio and the ones that have joined you there in Turku. I missed that season with you guys. It was a great experience for me, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for coming on and doing this. Um, I hope some young women listen and get inspired to try the sport.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, take care.